get ready with me to create this eye look here. Okay, I'm taking a Plouise E32 brush and I'm going to jump into my Jeffree Star Orgy palette and take the darkest shade here called Money Shot. And I'm just placing that on the outer corner. And I'm going to bring it up and round. Okay, so now that it's looking a little something like this, I'm going to take my Craving Chocolate shade just here, which is slightly warmer, and more of a pencil brush here, and I'm just going to blend around the outside. So I'm just sort of blending 50% on that Money Shot shade and 50% off it, just to create a nice blend. I don't want this to be too far out. I'm going to gradually build up the colour. Okay, I just took that on the inside as well. So now I'm going to take this Plouise 198 brush and I'm going to jump into this shade called Top, just to blend both the outside and the inside. So I'm holding this towards the end with a really light hand and just kind of swishing it back and forth over the top of that Craving Chocolate shade, just to soften the blend. Then I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush, my JH40, and the shade Blowout just here, and just blend out that shade. Again, I'm holding the brush right at the end with a very light hand and just using it to buff out that shade. And I usually go over these shades 2 or 3 times just to build up the colour and blend to where I want it. But sometimes, you know, you lose that definition with the darker shade. You need to go back in and sort of deepen everything back up again. Okay, now that that's blended a bit more, I'm going to take this shade here in the palette called Implant with this flat brush here. This one is Plouise E25, and I'm just going to dust that over this portion of my eye here. And then of course going in with those lighter shades and just kind of blending a bit of back and forth between the two. Okay, so I was planning on filming this side of my eye on my YouTube channel, but for some reason the sound isn't working with my camera and I just don't have the patience to sit and fiddle with it, so I'll just have to get Jake to look at it later for me. So I've just kind of jumped back on here as I will be using this video for both TikTok and YouTube now. I usually do shorter videos for my TikTok and longer sort of in-depth videos on my blending for YouTube, so you can always check out my YouTube for more tutorials, which is the same handle as my TikTok, which is Chloe Cages to Ease. My face is also hella oily right now. I've used the Clarins Blue Orchid face oil as my skin was just feeling a little bit dry. So this is the second time that I've gone in just with these shades to deepen them up a bit. I usually go in either 2 or 3 times just to build up the colour and the blend to where I want it. So ever since I heard that Girls Aloud are sort of reforming for a tour next year, I've just had their songs on repeat. So I've just got first song stuck in my head. I really, really want to see them next year. Okay, I'm back to do the under eyes, and I'm going to take my Plouise Touch of Frost base just on one of my Makeup by Tammy fine liner brushes, and pop this on the waterline and smudge it a little bit into the lash line as well, just so my shadow has something to stick to. Next, I'm taking the shade Sky just here from the Beautybay Midnight palette. So I've just sprayed this with a hell of a lot of the Wishery mist, as I do not want this falling down my face when I have just done my makeup. I was looking for the Sugar Pill, can't remember what the blue shadow is now, one of the really light blue ones to put underneath my eyes, but I couldn't find it, so I've just used this one here. I wanted to do something very icy as it's so cold outside, we've got frost. And I'm just taking this mist shade here just to gently run underneath the eyes, just to blend that slightly. I don't want it to be too harsh. And this is the finished look here.